Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well. I hope everyone had a great week and weekend. I enjoyed reading over your observation papers. I know some of you weren't able to observe too many hours before this all started as far as our change in life, but hopefully everybody got a better feel for classroom management and schedules and policies and what is appropriate in a preschool classroom. I know several of you based your paper on observations, and a few of you had to base it on research, but it's all still great information, right? All of the information is going to help you to be a stronger teacher. So this week it's Module 14. It's pretty hard to believe that next week is our last week of the semester. So we just have this week and next week, and then our semester's over. So we are down to crunch time, okay? So this week, your assignment that's due is your new classroom project. So over the last several weeks, we've been talking about how to make that or how to submit that digitally. So you could make it as a Google site or a Google slide or as a PowerPoint or as a folder on your Google Drive, or if you want to make a hard copy of it and then make a YouTube video of yourself going over it. There are a lot of different options I gave you. So this week is the time to get that all finished and get it finalized and put together. And then once you have your new classroom project binder, or not binder anymore, but digital creation created, then please post it on our Module 14 discussion board. And that's where I'll go to grade it. I'll just grab it right off of the Module 14 discussion board, so you don't need to worry about submitting it 2 places. So please post your project on the Module 14 discussion board and reply to at least one of your classmates. Everybody's worked really hard on these binders. I keep saying binders, of these creations. So I think it would be wonderful if you could look at several of them to give your classmates feedback, but please at least reply to at least one classmate's binder, okay? I did want to go over real quickly with you what should be in it. So I've linked it right here. When you click on this, it'll come up with all the directions and the rubric, but to save time, I had already clicked on it and downloaded it. So the first thing is a table of contents. I'm not so much worried about this right now because I know everybody's is going to look a little different. And if you have a Google slide or PowerPoint or site, it would be kind of silly to put a table of contents, so don't worry about that. Copy of your resume, and I included some sample resumes and links to websites that help you with a resume. Your personal philosophy, so you can just copy this right from the one that you submitted 2 weeks ago, so just submit the same thing. Your classroom design, so take a picture of your classroom design that you created, seems like forever ago, but several weeks ago before all this happened. Then respond to these questions regarding how you will start the year. Include a sample daily schedule, so this can be one that you get off Pinterest or you get off of the internet, or you found on a child care center or preschool's website, or maybe even a copy of the CDC's preschool schedule, or create your own, what your ideal or dream schedule would look like. And then talk about how you're going to establish the schedule and routines with your students. And then discuss students' needs. So how will you plan for diversity of student needs, meeting students' interests, students' strengths, students' learning styles. So how are you going to know how to best meet the needs of your students? How are you going to plan for instruction and meeting their different learning styles? So again, you can probably find a great survey on Pinterest, or by Googling and looking at some other reputable early child care centers websites. Parent communication, how will you introduce yourself to parents? So include a sample letter. Again, you can find one online. How will you communicate regularly with parents? So will you use Class Dojo? Will you write in the agenda? Will you do email? Talk to me about that. How will you involve parents in the classroom? And then last, evaluation. How will you evaluate the effectiveness of your plan and make adjustments as necessary? So there on the second page is the rubric. Like I said, don't worry about table of contents, but everything else should be in there, okay? So the presentation part is going to be a little different. You're not giving an actual presentation. You're just going to post it on discussion board, and we're going to reply back and forth on discussion board. So I'll count your participation in discussion board as the presentation part of your grade. Okay, so if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to email you or talk to you on the phone or text or Skype or FaceTime or whatever it is you need me to do. So again, just to recap, 2 things to do this week: your digital new classroom project, and then submitting that on the Module 14 discussion board and replying to at least one classmate. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.